Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Nick and Sergio's Fun Watch List. I am Nick.
I'm Sergio.
We did it this episode. We only sometimes do that. And we are here recapping Solo Las Mas, Episode 2. Sergio, how are you feeling about this All-Stars edition of La Mas Draga?
I am energetic. I'm feeling great.
Yes.
I feel like there's a lot of talent this season, so this episode really proves that this is going to be a good season.
We begin this episode back in the workroom after Velveteen's elimination, ?
Liars.
I know, it was phony. It
was very funny.
I don't like being lied to. You know what I don't like? I don't like being lied to. And we were told a little bit of a lie here. Because
okay, honestly, can I just say something? I was just ready for her to not be back.
Velveteen?
Yeah.
Well, look, I love everybody.
I mean, I love her and I love everybody as well, but I was like, if you're telling me that there's already an elimination, then the elimination should happen. Like, why bring her back?
They're doing a weird thing where they're kind of trying to have their cake and eat it too with, like, there's eliminations because if you get 2 of these black stars...
Yes, because they just made it even harder for, like, everyone to understand. Like,
it's
the public,
so
the girls, no one understands the rules.
And in fact, babe, it's our job right now to explain those rules to the audience as if they don't know. But honestly, they could have watched the episode and still not known because the rules are very confusing.
I'll explain the rules. I know the rules. I don't know the rules at the same time.
Aviescu comes in and she announces that the challenge of the week will be La Más Religiosa. This is a challenge from season 2.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Great. Thank you for that
One
info.
of the best runways of the entire franchise.
I would agree with that. And then to explain the star system, we have a returning guest. Not really a guest. I mean, he's like part of the La Mas Draga structure. He's one of the bricks at the base of the pyramid that is La Mas Draga.
Okay, through the first stone.
He is the first brick that was thrown at Stonewall. It's Johnny Carmona. Johnny Carmona's here and he explains the point system. Why don't you try to briefly explain all of the ins and outs of this star point ghost system?
Okay, so the girls walk into seeing this board, and then right after they bring Velveteen back, and everybody is obviously not shocked to see her back. Even Velveteen's like, "Hi, girls."
Well, Lorena Herrera was like, "You're leaving now, or are you?"
No, she said, "You have to leave now. Don't say goodbye." And it's like, oh, she's not saying
I know,
goodbye
but earlier in the episode, she's like, you'll be eliminated.
Also, there's been so many behind the scenes, and I've been watching them, and, like, she gets eliminated, but everyone still gets to see her and talk to her. So I'm like, why would you... Like,
that's how it is for the normal seasons.
I know, but, like, I want reality TV. I don't want them to see each other anymore.
Well,
I want them to feel that rupture of seeing their friend go because they voted. Because every single one of them voted for her. Well, every single person.
We're saying everything out of order because part of explaining the rules is they also bring out a TV and very shady. They're like, you're about to watch who everybody voted for. And we learn kind of what we suspected last week, that everybody other than Velveteen voted for Velveteen.
That was amazing. That is TV. That is TV. She was so surprised that everybody voted for her. But let me tell you the rules now. I think we're doing like a little, like we're all over the place because this is all over the place.
This episode's crazy.
These rules are insane.
Yeah.
So every week, all of the girls will be voting for one girl. We don't care if they don't vote. We already know that if they don't vote,
the vote goes to themselves. But why would that ever happen?
Why would that ever happen?
If it happens this season, then a producer told that girl to do that.
Yes.
Because that would never happen.
Yeah, so I don't know why they're even adding that. They're adding more unnecessary information to the board. Every week, when everybody votes for one, then they get a black star. Then the next episode... Well, now we already have somebody with a black star, so that means that the new person with the new black star gets to lip sync with the previous girl who had a black star. And this means that Velveteen and Madison go against each other.
So having one black star means you don't get judged on the runway.
Yes.
But having 2 black stars
means
you're a ghost girl.
You're a ghost girl.
But you still get to compete.
But does she get to talk? I hope she doesn't.
a really
like,
savage thing to say.
Well, like, because they're eliminated, aren't they?
I get
like,
you.
shouldn't they
No,
not
I get
talk?
what you're saying, but this is the All Stars format. There's fewer girls. It's fewer episodes.
You're right. They
Doesn't
need
it make
people to
sense
talk.
to have them all there for most of the show?
Well, that's why it doesn't make sense. Like, if you get 2 black stars, then you get eliminated or not, and then you're just a ghost. But it feels like Velveteen was already a ghost in this episode.
I mean, yeah,
Because she didn't get
agree with you.
critiques.
She also had that white face like a ghost.
And she had a white face like a ghost.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, does that make sense?
I agree it's confusing. I'm coming at you saying, wow, this is confusing. So we're on the same page.
I feel like everybody online is confused. We're confused. The
It
girls
reminds
were
me
confused.
of, you know, in Parks and Recreation, when Leslie Knope's boyfriend does the Cones of Dunshire.
Yes.
The really confusing board game.
Yes.
I felt like that was Johnny Carmona explaining the rules to us.
They're trying to do Dungeons and Dragons instead of just doing ladders and snakes or whatever that game word is.
Yeah, Snakes and Ladders.
Snakes and ladders.
I grew up with Chutes and Ladders, which is like a slide instead of a snake.
Okay. So then they get like 2 black stars, and then they get eliminated, but then they don't. So that now we at least know
Because-
that Velveteen is eliminated for now.
If she wins a runway, though, she can get a gold star and come back into the competition.
Yes, if she wins the runway, she can come back. Okay, but also, does that mean that next episode Velveteen gets to lip sync again, or is it gonna start again? Meaning the girls will pick another girl that has a black star.
That's a really
because she's
fantastic
already a
question.
ghost.
Yeah.
They didn't mention anything about she going on to the 3rd round lip sync.
Or does Madison lip sync? Because she gave a spoiler alert. She gives away her black star at a
You're
certain
right.
point.
Madison could lip sync again next week.
But she gave away her black star.
Which is what I'm saying. Does that mean Velveteen will lip sync again, or is it gonna start fresh? Like no one's gonna lip sync. But then it's only 6 episodes.
The
right?
fact that we have this many questions
means that they're not doing a good job.
And this is very true to the drag competition all-stars format, that there are a bunch of rules that only kind of make sense and are there to create like the illusion of choice for the cast members, but really the
There's no
producers are
choice.
still choosing everything.
Yes.
If you have enough rules, it makes it seem like the girls could do something, but they can't. I don't mind the rules. This sounds like I'm against the format.
No. I'm
It's
not
fine.
against it. I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
Because it will give us drama. But I just don't understand them fully, and I think that's the issue.
We go into the workroom. I mean, the almost entire workroom is Velveteen feeling
like,
sad.
Yes. And everyone kind of going like at her, but it's also like, you brought it up, girl.
You
like
can't
you're
bl-
the
yeah.
one. Like, how did you feel about that? How
In
would you
order-
have dealt with the situation had you been the one that was eliminated?
I might have done the exact same thing without realizing I was doing it, because I think what she was doing was she was like, if I ask this question in a different way, I'll get an answer that makes me feel good. But the real answer was, we just had to pick someone and we picked you.
Yes.
And she didn't like that answer.
She didn't like
So it
that
became
answer.
a big over and over thing.
I just feel like seeing all the behind the scenes, she just doesn't seem prepared for what it means to be in La Más Draga. So seeing everybody else be chill and calm, like seeing her, you're like, oof. Like she must be...
she's the first one who hasn't done it before.
I know, that's
Or
what I'm
the only
saying.
one,
Like
I
she
mean.
must be going through a lot more too, because she's like, I am competing against these girls who have already been here. So in her head, she's like, I thought I had alliances. In my head, that we were best friends outside of the show, but then turns out that you're not. Or like in her head, she thinks that they're not. And it's, I mean, I was on Soto's side where it's like, girl, I'm going to be voting for whoever needs to go. And you needed to be gone that week. And everybody agreed, which is why I'm curious to see, like, I wish they would do behind the scenes of more critiques. Because I'm sure they heard more critiques.
I mean, Lord knows they give us so much behind the scenes footage. Why don't they just give us
us more critiques? Because it seems like if everybody voted for Velveteen, and yes, we can vote for her because she's not prepared and she hasn't competed before, but it also seems like there were some girls that voted for her because she got bad critiques, or like the worst critiques out of everyone.
Yeah, I just think I like the idea of having a person who hasn't done a season before on an all-star season. I said that I like that, but I think that only works if you're not doing a vote against your sisters system, because they were just like, well, I've toured with all these girls. We've done La Más Draga tours together. Whenever I go to their town, I play at their bar. I know all these bitches. Of course I'm going to vote for Velveteen. She's not in the clique, you know? So it's a little cruel to
But it seems
introduce
like
her
she
with
is.
these rules.
She is with at least a couple of girls, and those girls also
At least a
did not
couple,
vote
but
for
those
her.
couple still voted for her.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's more to it than we know.
Okay, well, we can go straight to the runway because Vanessa Claudio comes out. This is the main host of season 2.
Yes.
And we like her. We really like
We like
Vanessa,
her.
right?
She did really good on her season.
She did great on her season.
We have the iconic Guajardo.
She looks really cute in this dress. I love where all of the cutouts are.
Oh my god, this was a sexy dress.
It's very sexy.
She looked really, really, really amazing on the stage.
Yeah, and the hair was wavy.
For it to just be like
beautiful.
a simple black dress, like she looked spectacular.
What is
she's
your?
so gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. What is your favorite Vanessa Claudio fact? Because I know very little about some of these hosts.
I don't know many facts. I just know that she's like a host for like a network, like a Good Morning America or something like that. I don't know.
She's like a morning show person.
A morning show person.
She's like a Jennifer Aniston type.
In the TV show, sure.
Mm-hmm. We go over to Lola Cortez.
Ugh.
She looks so
I
cute.
love what she's wearing.
I mean, she looks cute, but she also looks like very intimidating in this like black leather look.
Yes. With her little flip that she kept fixing.
Yes. It was bouncing around during her Savage Reads. And we have a guest of the week. We were wrong that the makeup man from last week in the Venom suit was going to be here weekly.
Well, we didn't say that.
Well, I said that, and you were right. But I think that
right.
because
so
we're
why
married,
are you apologizing?
I think that because we're married, we were both wrong about that, and you can have my back on it.
We were both right.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's do it that way. So we were both right. He's never going to be on the show again. We have a different person.
Well, I think he will be back on the show.
Okay, well, he might be next season, but look, we're married.
No. I mean, they're both sharing the stage, so if one will come on, it's 1 and 1.
Okay, I see.
For all we know.
So instead of Leital, we have rotating makeup boys. Is that what you're
That's what
guessing?
I'm guessing.
Okay. Well, this week, it's Luis Torres, and he is doing a very daring makeup look that sort of reminds me of when someone falls asleep at like a frat party and everyone gets out the Sharpies and draws on their face.
Yes.
But it was funny because it was like perfectly aligned with the print on his shirt.
Yes,
So I thought it was actually a pretty fierce look.
It was. You could tell it took a couple of hours to do that.
It took days.
Work.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks cute. It's a Valentino little piece together with the little gloves.
Oh, is that what it is? I didn't get the reference.
Yeah, I mean, you can see if you zoom in, it's a Valentino logo. At first, I was like, is it Valentino or Louis Vuitton? And so I was like, I think it's Valentino.
Okay, well, maybe that's true, maybe it's not. But if you're wrong, we'll be wrong together. Let's get into this runway. We have Velveteen, who is allowed to be on the stage, but is not allowed to be critiqued.
Yes.
But we can critique her. Because we're not judges. We're just having fun.
Yeah.
And I will say, I kind of like this look. I think the headpiece is cool. I like the shape of it. I'm not wild about the bottom half of the look.
It just has no shape.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like there's...
Yeah, it's very straight up and down. There's not a lot
happening.
there. Yeah.
And I mean, she looks good for a regular season.
I think this would serve if this was, a regular season with other girls who were there their first time. Are we just thinking, look, and this is an experiment. I'm not saying the La Mas Draga producers did the wrong thing by putting her on. But are we learning that maybe this is just not a good idea to put a non-All-Stars girl on
I think
an All-Star
so.
season?
I mean, she's very beloved by the public. Like,
I love her.
Like,
I think she's great.
People are loving her right now, even though she's been failing really bad.
So, look, that's relatable. We've all been Velveteen.
But I feel like for the other girls, we at least have a point of reference where we can be like, oh, remember that look? And look at how much she's been, like, she's polished or, like, gotten amazing at. As opposed to her, where we don't have a reference to be pulled from. So for us, this is like, okay, this is cute, but I would see this on a regular season, or maybe because this is her first season, it's like a regular season.
I think it comes down to that. I just think you have an inherent advantage knowing what you look like on camera, knowing how your face looks, knowing how your personality comes off, knowing when to be authentic and when to hold back. Like, that all comes with doing it once. And I think even in the confessionals, like, You watch Drag Race or a Dragula season where the girls come back. When they come back, they really, really carry themselves differently because they know how they're going to come off.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't have that advantage right now.
Yeah.
Which is too bad because I think she looks cute.
Yeah, no, she looks very cute. I mean, like I said, everybody looks like fucking fantastic. Like everyone looks so good, so we're just adding that extra little note because they look amazing. She looks amazing.
Guajardo comes out next, and she's giving kind of a gold Madonna crying face. There was an interesting thing going on with her makeup. It was kind of
her makeup on screen. She had no eyeliner. That's the thing.
That's what was weird. There was something going on here.
So it just felt like she had a lot of space in her eyes.
Yeah, but I do like the crying effect. I like the jewels coming down. It's cool. She does this thing where she makes the boys kiss each other. Did we like that?
I didn't get it.
I don't think these boys want to kiss each other. I think maybe that's my issue.
Isn't one of them straight or no? That was from this other season.
This is like ago. These two venenos making out is like when two like straight girls make out at like a party so that the straight boys get excited. That's what I felt like with these two venenos making out.
She was good. I don't think she needed that. I think if she would have just walked out and done nothing, that would have been better for me.
Do you think it was supposed to be a statement about like queer inclusion in the Catholic Church or something?
I'm sure it was.
Or was it just an excuse to make the boys kiss? Because believe me, if they were like, hey, you get to do a runway presentation, make the boys do whatever you want, I'd be like, I don't know, make them kiss each other or something. That'd be fine.
I don't know. I wish I would know.
Guajardo, write in the comments, what were you thinking during the making out of the boys part? But yeah, she looks pretty. I like the details on the dress. The stones are nice. They're laid out in a very pleasing pattern. So a lot of detail here.
A lot of detail. That. Like overall, like head to toe, yes, she looks amazing. Except the makeup is a little weird.
Madison Bezray is next to the stage. And she's sort of giving a Julie Andrews Joan of Arc thing. Is that what it is?
I think so. And not Yuri, like the fucking makeup artist.
Yes, yeah, someone said she looked like Yuri Lamenos. I thought it was Wonder Woman. You remember we were watching it? You thought it was
Wonder Woman because of the red and the blue. Like a warrior.
But red, white, and blue is also French colors. So I think she's Joan of Arc.
She's Joan of Arc.
And the hair is very like...
I mean, the wig is amazing.
I like the wig.
It's cute.
It's pretty.
And she looks amazing in it.
The wings are cool. Good quality feathers.
Yes.
They move nicely.
I think overall she looks good.
You know I'm a wing expert and connoisseur, Sergio.
Yes. Yes, you are. Based on last episode.
Yes.
I mean, her wing was flipping, like, not really budging, but...
Yeah. You don't want your wings to look like they're about to fall off.
But, like,
they seem pretty
do
attached.
you see this look... And you're like, I would have voted for this. I would have voted for this person to be in the bottom.
Oh, really?
Or to eliminate it. Would you do it? Would you think that?
I guess it's not very detailed. So that's one reason to maybe put it
It's not a stone as other people's. Like, the textures is more flat.
I actually did like this. I think the wings made it a moment.
I think if she didn't have white, because she already has white wings, why do you need white...
I like the peplums on the shoulder, though. The peplums are
but there's
very
no white anywhere else. Like, she should have just... It's the
white
like
part
armor.
Of the French flag, babe. There's white, and there's blue, and there's red.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It. I see what you're saying.
Anyway, we stand Joan of Arc, who did something for French liberation, and it was religious. Georgiana is next to the stage. Georgiana...
She's a Disney girl.
You think that this was giving you Disney?
No, because like all like her knees are bent, and that's every Disney girl ever. Like Demi Lovato's done that.
Okay, sure. I know
Miley Cyrus has done that.
I know that the critique on the runway later was that she stands in a way that her knees.
No, she walks.
Excuse me, in a way that her knees are bent. She's like knock-kneed. Yes. I guess we would call
that. That is the Disney staple.
What? This is a thing? This is like a known quantity that Disney girls walk knock-kneed?
Yes.
I believe you. I just have never heard that.
Well, you'll insert the
Vulture photos. Article about knock-kneed Disney stars.
No, the photos.
Okay. So was the critique, though, that like that was taking... Because Lola was the one to point out that she walks that way.
She just wants her to open up and like... Reserved, open.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people want Georgiana to open up her legs. Regardless, she comes out and she has this kind of anime mirror thing. She's looking at her reflection in the mirror.
It was cute, but she was not really in character because she was laughing at some point and then she was like quiet, like kind of crying. She did a fake
cry for a second, yeah.
So I was like, what are you really trying to do? So I didn't really understand what she was trying to do entirely. So I don't know if I love it. Like, she looks great, especially for it to be black. Like, it looks good on screen.
It's very like Wednesday Addams First Communion kind of situation, and I appreciate it visually. There was the one like cameo that was like dangling off of her pants. Yeah. And we thought that it had fallen off, but apparently it was just supposed to be like that.
Apparently it's supposed to be like that, which does not look like it's meant
to be. It looked like crazy. That. I mean,
it looked like it just fell.
If there was like 2 or 3 that were like dangling off, I'd be like, oh, that's like a fun choice. But it just seemed like that one had plopped off. Georgie, if you were faking it, like that had not just fallen off, like acting...
Because she posted it in her professional photos with it also dangling. So
I guarantee you it fell off and she just pretended it was supposed to be like that. Which is exactly what you're supposed to do. And by the way, we'll talk about someone who didn't do that later.
Okay, can I say I love her wig though? That wig is fucking incredible. I'm obsessed with that wig. And the little crown and the little... she's just so gorgeous.
Styled perfectly. I do like...
Styled perfectly, but on stage, she didn't really do anything.
I like the black roses on the tights. Did you like that?
Yes, I love the black... It was very like Simon Rocha.
Even though the story was a little confused, maybe, there was a story and I liked it.
What, you think there was a story?
I think there was more things that happened.
True, you're right.
Than in other people's performances.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with that.
I don't know that it was cohesive.
I just don't understand what was happening, but...
Okay, this is what I was talking about with if the thing fell off and she just acted like it was supposed to fall off, that's awesome. Because I think Soro Nasty had one of the strongest presentations on the runway this week.
Yes.
And it was a little undone because underneath her reveal, she has these like nude illusion gloves that have nails on them. And clearly they were supposed to sort of like stay up on the forearm and create a nude illusion for the hand. But what happened is they're drooping down. Something went wrong. It happens. And she spends so much of the runway pulling them up. I'm like, girl, just let them droop. Just let them droop and be like, I'm fucking, by the way, you're gorgeous. Just be like, I'm gorgeous and this is what I chose to do. I chose to have droopy nude illusions. It's like a statement on how nude illusions aren't even fucking real, man. Think about that. And then you win the challenge.
She has been really close this last 2 episodes to winning.
She's been very close. Yeah. Do you think they're trying to jan her?
I thought they were gonna give her to her. No, not yet. I thought that she was gonna get it this time.
How many episodes do you have to be close to winning and not win before you are officially being janned?
4.
4? Okay, I think that's a good answer. Well, 2 so far.
2 so far.
She's halfway to being janned. In all seriousness, I did love this garment.
I liked it.
The big gold cape was really cool. There was a lot of details on it that kept it looking from just like a simple like mylar fabric wrapped around her. And I think the headpiece was rightly praised for being
That headpiece
impressive.
Was spectacular. Her makeup was amazing. I do agree with the comment about the wig. It could have been styled more in that essence of wetness.
There could have been more wetness on the side.
Yeah, it just looked kind of weird. But I think it looked like she was trying to just imitate natural wet hair, but it's a wig hair. I don't know. It didn't really work for me. But everything else was amazing. I don't know what her message was, but her
message was that her gold tears were the tears because of the colonialism of the Vatican Church.
I forgot they explained to us.
And they stole so much like art and treasure, and they're hoarding money and boo Catholicism.
Yes.
Sirena is next to the stage.
Lady Camden. I mean, Sirena.
Sirena does pull a full Lady Camden. She comes out
with help, though.
She had some help. Camden did it on her own, but she had a team of 3 Venenos to help her do it.
And also, Drag Race kind of edited. I wonder. I wish I knew how long it took for her to get up.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Everybody knows what we're talking about. On season of Drag Race, Lady Camden fell on the runway, and it looked like it was on. Season 14. It looked like it was on accident and everyone was shocked, like, oh no, she ruined her chance to be in the top this week. She gets up and she has a mustache on and now she's Freddie Mercury. She loses the wig.
Was amazing.
It was like a male to female switch. It was great on many levels. Love Lady Camden.
Sirena on the other hand, or what?
I like it. I'm just saying, you are the one who brought up the distinction of she just had to do a mustache. She had to do that on her own. Sirena, on the other hand, had to go from a sort of Virgin of Guadalupe into a Jesus Christ with a full beard that seemed like it was just like a piece that was sort of like strapped onto her face.
Yes.
But it was a good piece.
Yes.
I liked it.
And I like that she took her time. She would run away with the first one.
Which you need to do with your reveals. You got to look like the first thing for a while.
Because you're like, I really thought, I was like, oh, that's it. And then she fell, and I was like, oh,
and by the way,
God.
if it was just that, it would have been cool because her makeup was rad.
Her makeup was fucking
She was
amazing.
doing a cool porcelain effect that made her face look very matte.
And then she falls.
She falls, she Camdens.
And then she rises from the ashes.
I feel like the Venenos do like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree thing, you know, when they go in front of it and they just wave their hands and then she gets up and she's Jesus.
The only thing that went a little wrong with it was when the crown was brought onto, and that's where I was like, no, because she started walking and then she got the crown and she had to step back and
we talked about how Sirena always has trouble with her reveals, and I was like, God, this girl cannot catch a break.
But then the cross comes out, and I think that's what literally makes you forget about the crown. She stands on it, and then they reel her back, and she is amazing. Like that imagery at the very end, fantastic.
When she droops down at the end, it was very cool. Do you think that she was in the top because her body looked good?
I mean, sure, no.
She's a very sexy Jesus.
I know, but like, there's a story to her runway, and I think that's what she won.
The story is I became a very sexy Jesus.
Oh my God.
What? I'm just asking. Sex appeal is part of art.
You're very right. You're very right. I'm not gonna oppose to that because yes, if it was a different type of body, the judges may have perceived it differently. I agree with that.
Like if Alexis Mugler did this, do you think they'd be like, yes, we're queen?
You're right. You're right. They would have probably hated it.
Speaking of people coasting on being sexy, Rudy Reyes is next to the stage. This reveal was so confusing. Here's how I interpret it.
How?
I feel like it's supposed to be like the Pope is hungover because he's wearing sunglasses and he's like sipping from his cup.
No, she's just covering like that because she couldn't cover her face. She was covering her like beard.
The beard was it in the cup or was it underneath the cup?
It was in the cup.
Okay.
And then she covered her makeup, her devil makeup, with the sunglasses because I think she was fully wanting to like act as if she was like. I don't think she was trying to act drunk.
I think she was because she kind of is like doing a little character with it
because she knows she can't do anything other than that. But I don't think it's purposely. I don't know. Just seeing a Pope with sunglasses was not it.
It wasn't very exciting.
It was not. I was like, what is happening? It was weird. It was disturbing. Not in the good way, disturbing, just like...
But the reveal, although a little shaky, I liked what was underneath.
Yes, I mean, she looked amazing underneath.
This was the more H-word look of the sexy looks. I liked how the fur was the only thing covering up all... Like, she was leaving very little to the imagination, and I'm for that in drag. I think that's great. I love that we had two sexy runways back to back.
Back to back.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at the very end, she looked stunning, and she looked amazing, that I forgot. So yeah. I forgot about her first look.
Seafair is next to the stage.
Okay, I need
no
somebody.
Video games this week.
I need somebody to confirm if this is the same statue that Hidden Mistake used for her runway.
And it also didn't really move properly.
Because it was moving the same way. Yeah. They're both not working.
So for those not in the know, Hidden Mistake from season 5 is in the same drag house as Seafair. And she did a little wheelie thing. Was it like a doll or was it also a religious thing?
It was also a religious thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we might be reusing a prop here, which is not uncommon in drag competitions.
It's not, but can somebody confirm? I'm just saying the structure of it. Not because this one looks so nice. And I remember the other one not looking that nice.
Okay, so this is the pretty version. Maybe we added some
Can I
accoutrements
just
on top of the old
Can
version.
I just say something?
Yes.
Like, this is the cleanest, most straightforward. She just devoured this runway. She deserved first place, but I'm okay with her getting second place just because it's part of the competition. She shouldn't be winning everything. But her makeup was amazing. The little sounds that she used on the runway with the baby were fucking amazing. And then when the baby comes out,
and having it be a puppet, having it be a baby goat infested with a demon, very cool, very unexpected. the fact that she's nursing a demon goat. I think that's great. We had a conversation during this runway. I looked over at you and I said, is this whole season just going to be her like being really, really good and kind of blowing everyone away? Because I think, at least as far as the runway presentations go, this really is Seafar's wheelhouse.
This is literally what she's made for. She's made for a competition. She's made for a runway. She's made for storytelling. I think this is her season. Like, there's just...
It's looking like
I'm
that
wishing for other
now.
people, but...
I'm obviously Team Sora Nasty / Team Rudy Reyes.
I'm Team Madison and Team Georgiana.
Great. We love 4 girls.
But also...
And we love
but all our ultimate one is Seaford, but we just don't want to be like everybody else. We're trying to be cool.
And you're suggesting that, like us not saying, you know, Cipher Lamas, like Cipher always in the top, you know, the producers are doing that as well. They're like, maybe she won't be in the top this week.
Yeah.
She will get Casi Lamas.
Casi las más? I don't know.
Is it Casi Lamas? Or is it Casi Lamas? Or is it Casi... It's something like that.
I don't remember.
We'll listen next week. We'll
pay attention.
We'll write it down, yeah. There was one little funny shady edit, maybe, as Cipher was leaving the stage. She kind of goes behind.
Yeah, that was
thing,
it. That was
and she
the only
wheels
thing.
it a little bit,
Yes.
and it moves really weird, and then she doesn't move it anymore because she knows she can't.
That was the only comment I have. I forgot about it. Thank you for reminding me.
Are they putting that in for like the sake of fairness? Are they putting that in as a justification for her not winning this week? Because it seems like they could have edited that.
No,
out,
I think they made it more into, if the judge doesn't like it, then you don't get to win. And Lolita Cortez was like, this could have been a real baby, and it could have been this, and you should have come out this way, and blah blah blah. So she already had comments, and she's not winning.
Right. Let's talk about first and second, because Lamas of the week goes to Sirena. And I think we agree, right? Like, if we're spreading the wins around,
if we're spreading wins around, yes, she delivers storyline, she executed it, and it like worked.
And as someone who has trouble with her reveals, I thought this was her most successful series of reveals.
Successful reveals yet.
And I did like the crown. Look, Jesus, when he got the crown of thorns put on his head, it wasn't comfortable. It was awkward. He was like, walking. Whoa. Yeah, he was walking. He was like, ouch. And yes, Cipher gets her pink star, second place. We go into Purgatorio, where we do our voting. Who's going to get the black star of the week?
And this time, we only see 3 of them vote. So you think you will see the other ones and who they voted for next week? Is that how
I think certainly. Well, here's the thing, is I think they showed us only 2 people who voted last week. We saw someone vote for Velveteen, and we saw Velveteen vote for Guajardo. I feel like they will always show us the maximum number of votes that they can. Yes. So I think that the 3 people who got votes this week were Madison, Georgie, and who was the third?
No, I don't know why they show Madison voted for Georgiana. I feel like they showed it because if Madison had voted for the right person, she would have probably voted for the person that everybody was voting for. So she would have saved herself. Oh,
so you're saying that her being like petty, because that vote was a little petty.
That vote was like, I'm gonna vote for her because I know that no one's gonna vote for her, so it's gonna be a lost vote.
I see.
And I'm like, I think they're doing that because if Madison would have voted for the person that she was really gonna vote for, she would have been safe in the lip sync.
So if everyone, let's really get down into this. Let's do some math. If everyone voted for Guajardo, Georgie votes for Madison votes for Georgie, that's a tie between Madison and Georgie. So someone else must have voted for Madison.
I mean, yes, like 3 other girls must have voted for Madison. Or the thing is, if everyone, like, it could have been 2, 2, 2, so it's 6, 7, like 2s, like, you know, so it's a matter of 1 vote. So it could have been 2 minimum votes plus 3 votes minimum. So it's 3 votes minimum that you need in order to be voted if people are voting for different queens. It's like I want to see it because I'm very curious how Madison ended up in the bottom.
And that is true. Madison does end up in the bottom. She gets a black star. And she has to lip sync against the other girl with a black star. Velveteen. And the song is El Coco No by Roberto Jr. y su Bandeño. It's a very kind of, how would you describe the song? It's very upbeat.
Yeah.
It's a little cheesy. It's a little corny.
Corny for it to be a lip sync. Which I feel they were giving to Velveteen.
They were giving Velveteen an opportunity.
They were giving her an opportunity to come back.
And I started this lip sync going, oh, she's going to win.
I
Velveteen's
thought she
going to
was
win.
going to win.
Because
until
Madison has
halfway
already
through.
said, I don't like this song.
Yes.
Velveteen has done a very funny thing where she has taken her runway look, which had like a white head on it, and she just put a brunette wig on the top of it, which really made me laugh. And I was like, this girl's gonna slay. She's giving us so much energy. And then I noticed she's not moving her lips much at all.
Not moving her lips at all. It's a lip sync. There's no forgiving. It doesn't matter how funny you were. It doesn't matter what it's like you didn't know the words.
I'm like, if you didn't know all of the words and everything else was perfect, then that's one thing. But like the wig is falling off. It's clearly not on purpose. You then put the wig back on. Your moves are good, but Madison is doing like other good moves. Maybe they don't fit as well with the song, but she's moving her lips. She knows the words.
She knows the
words. And by the way, you don't have to know the words very well. Spanish is not a language that I'm fluent in. I feel like if I was put on stage and had never heard this song before, I could have done a better job.
It's so easy to learn. It is literally like
song.
Valentina and Ariana Grande, where it's only 5 words.
Just fucking move your
lips. And they just repeat. You repeat the same 5 words over and over and over.
Fucking rutabaga Cabbage Patch. Just say it over and over and you'll be fine.
I agree with Lolita where I was like, yes, be hard on her because you have to.
She said you're an embarrassment.
You're embarrassment. And you didn't even know the words for a lip sync, and this is a lip sync for your life. Maybe you should not come back to the competition.
She said, maybe don't come back. You're not ready.
Yes.
Wow. I don't think she's not ready. Everyone in the room is telling us that Velveteen has this long history of performance of drag in Mexico. I'm sure under normal circumstances, she would have done a good job with this lip sync. I think this was maybe just a really stressful day for her, and this was not her best work.
I mean, this is already her 2nd week. Like, it's like, how many weeks do you need?
I'm not saying she shouldn't be eliminated. She does lose the lip sync. She does get Madison's Black Star. She is now a ghost girl. And unless she wins the runway, she's fully out.
I'm waiting for her redemption because I want to like her. She's really amazing.
I do like her. I don't think that she performs super well in this particular competition format. But she is set up for a bit of a redemption because she goes and she puts her Black Star on the big chart.
Honestly, that was amazing.
And she does a little Lola Cortez homage by asking for her camera. And she says, I'm going to be the what's-her-name of this season.
The Jolette, which is the Academia season 3.
Can you do a little impression of Jolette singing that song where she's going like this?
No, I don't know the song. It's a Paulina Rubio song.
That's too bad. Paulina Rubio is very easy to sing, so why can you not sing it? Wow, it's your opportunity.
That was my opportunity to shine.
No voten per Sergio.
So we'll see if she gets the audience to like her. I think she is getting the audience to like her. Like I said,
I like her. I really like her.
I like her. I am just not sure if she's ready for this type of competition. Maybe on a regular season she would have been
honestly
great.
Maybe she can be the first girl who does an all-star season and then goes back onto the regular season
and then wins the regular season.
Wins the regular season. That might be her story.
That might be her storyline.
Well, this was a cute little brief episode. I think as we were watching it, we noticed it kind of flew by.
Yeah, it was a short episode.
I think our episode this week will also be a little short, but let's read like 1 or 2 viewer comments, just because we love doing that, and we got some great comments last week. New commenter, I believe, who has seen us before, LC7507, says, oh my god, yay, great seeing you two again.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for staying with us for the Solo Las Mas season. We love you, LC. Carlos Lopez, who I remember, says, I'm so happy to have you guys back. You're having an amazing energy and I'm loving it. You can feel that you're enjoying this and enjoying life. Are we enjoying life?
We're high on La Mas Draga.
We're definitely enjoying La Mas Draga. I think we're also enjoying life.
Yes, we're enjoying life.
Send you a big hug. Thank you so much, Carlos. And we do have Vicky the Queen saying, make a video review of the promo looks. We needs it. I think it's too late.
I think it's too late.
I think it's too late, but the thing is, it got a lot of upvotes. Like 5 people liked it, which is a lot for us. Yes. So I'm like, clearly there's a market for us to do some kind of in-between post pre-season content. We will keep that under advisement for probably the next season. And one final comment, Querna85. I think I recognize that name. I'm so glad you guys are back. I really enjoyed these reviews. Sergio, I need your shirt, man. Canta. Do you remember what shirt you were wearing? Did you look down at your shirt thinking they meant this shirt?
No.
Oh, do you remember what you wore last week?
I do remember what I wore last week. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, the shirt I got is from Dries, so if you ever see it, buy it.
I was wearing a fun shirt last week as well, but no one noticed. It doesn't have a back. That's
I think
the whole
this
thing
time
with the shirt.
this episode you're wearing the more fun shirt today.
Let me know in the comments. Do you like my shirt the first week? Do you like my shirt this week?
He wants the attention.
It's just no one commented about any of my shirts so far. And I feel like every week everyone's like, oh my god, Sergio's wearing an RBD shirt. Like, I love Sergio's shirt so much.
Oh
And it's
my
like,
God.
it'd be
Maybe
great
try.
to hear some nice things about my shirts. I do try. I almost wore a different shirt. I changed right before we started recording.
Oh my god.
So I think that'll do it for this week's edition of Nick and Sergio's Fun Watch List. Sergio, do you have any parting wishes for our viewers?
I hope you're enjoying the season as much as we are,
We're
because
loving
we're loving to do these videos, and I hope you tag along for the rest of the season.
Yeah, subscribe, follow, leave some more comments. What?
Thumbs up.
Don't.
Thumbs up.
Oh, thumbs up. Yeah, do it. All right. Thank you so much, folks. We love you.
Bye.
Mwah.